explain to me a little bit about what tonight's all about.
What tonight's all about is giving a live demonstration that there is some choice in terms of broadband available to the local community here in Digby, explaining to people how NextGenUs as a social enterprise works, and giving people an opportunity to give me a good grilling and ask some questions about what it is that we're doing and what it is that's on offer for the community.
And obviously, you know, this is slightly different. This is the next step along, really, isn't it? Because we've seen in Ashby fibre optic cable to the home. And
yes.
So tell me a little bit about that and what's being proposed so far for Digby.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of Digby, what we're proposing is a solution that gives an immediate fix to the problem that people have as an intermediate step. So at the moment in Digby, out of 240 homes, I think somewhere in the region of 20 can get maybe half a meg, which isn't even broadband that's fit for purpose, and everybody else is stuck and they can get nothing. So the point about the approach that we've been talking about this evening is to provide everybody with an immediate benefit, but on the basis that we exist to put fibre to the home in on as widespread a basis as mains electricity is available today. And that as a community interest company, we're committed to reinvesting the surplus that we generate from the network to make sure that everybody does get fibre to the home.
The idea then is to start off with wireless, is it? And then to possibly move further?
Yes, absolutely right. It's a progression path. And at the same time, and one of the points I was making this evening, is that if there are enough people in the local community who are prepared to step up and say, well, we want to take service, we want something better right now, then we're prepared to look at that as a serious proposition to actually get that network put in and built exactly as we did in Ashby.
And tell me, obviously Ashby's now just gone live, hasn't it?
That's right, Ashby went live a couple of weeks ago, 2 weeks ago tomorrow, that's right.
Oh, I'm just going to ask you that again because it's flashing. Okay, so tell me a little bit about, Ashby's just gone live. Well, tell me how's life changed, I guess, for people in Ashby?
Well, I think the best answer to that question is to have a word with some of the folks of Ashby and see what they have to say. I mean, we've got a diverse range from grandkids to, I think the eldest person in the community is 87 years old, Joyce, who's on the system now. People are moving from dial-up, which is virtually unusable for modern websites, where they can watch BBC iPlayer high definition on the computers there and then. It's a huge difference, and I think one of the most interesting aspects of this is that people are learning. We're putting tools in the hands of the local community and seeing we're as interested as they are in terms of the uses that they find for it.
Tell me a little bit about what they've got in terms of connectivity now compared to what they had, and what are they experiencing now that they couldn't before?
The biggest challenge for broadband is without doubt video, and actual video delivery. And in Ashby previously, people just couldn't use BBC iPlayer. It just wasn't available. All you'd see was those little white dots going around in a circle, but no kind of a usable service. And now what folks have got is a fully usable service. If people want to work from home, so have a bit more flexible work-life balance, if kids want to get the homework done, they don't have to go to McDonald's in Sleaford to use the Wi-Fi there.
And what they've got now, this is sort of pretty much cutting edge for this country, is it?
It is. This is. We believe this is the fastest broadband in Britain.
So they're getting how much at the moment?
What they're getting is a symmetric service, which means that the upload rate, the rate of sending information, is the same as the downloading rate or receiving, and it's up to 100 meg each way.
So that's pretty, even if you're living in the city centre, you're probably not getting anywhere near that, are you?
Well, indeed, and there's this expression called the final third of the country, particularly rural areas, and we have a bit of a motto, which is that the final third should be first.
And what's the take-up been like in Ashby? I mean, what sort of, we're talking numbers, percentage of the people?
Percentage is, I'm just trying to think, if you add up 75% plus 12. I should be able to work that out there. High 80s, the high 80%.
So 87% basically
7%.
take-up of people in Ashby.
Correct.
And obviously it's just gone live. what sort of a model? Obviously, you're now at the stage where it's gone live, and this is the first place in Britain. So, what have you learned, and what sort of a model is it providing for the rest of for how you do business elsewhere in the rest of the country?
We think it's providing a very interesting model for communities, for parish councils to give some serious consideration to. One of the aspects of actually building this network is it provides a real world location with real people and real businesses, that if other communities from around the district, from around the county, from around the region and the wider rural UK want to come to Ashby and Digby and actually experience what the future of broadband's about, they're very welcome to.
And what are your aspirations in terms of sort of replicating what people in Ashby have in many other places which don't have that sort of
Absolutely.
broadband?
This is absolutely what this is all about. And whether it's us as NextGenUs that do it, or whether individual communities want to set up their own community interest companies, social enterprises, and we can help them do that, that's fantastic.
That's great. Fab. Thanks ever so much.
Pleasure.
Thank